Let's talk about the dunk contest, getting more and more attention this year than in years past. For the first time since 1988, there are 3 All-Stars in the contest: Damian Lillard, Paul George, and John Wall. And while, look, I didn't say Magic, Michael, or Bird, but the question is still valid. Anybody of any note, but I'm saying the question is still, Damian Lillard, get out of here.
Get out.
Are you excited for this year's dunk contest, Stephen A.?
No, not particularly moved. I mean, it's nice. First of all, I applaud Lillard, Wall, and George for participating. They're young phenoms in the game. I'm very, very proud of what I've seen from John Wall. He talked the talk before the season began, and as far as I'm concerned, he's been backing it up. If the players were to begin the day, the Washington Wizards would be in it, and John Wall is leading the way after getting his money. I got mad respect for that young man, and I'm real proud of him. And I think he's going to do well because he can fly. And he can do well in a dunk contest. Lillard, I'm impressed with the reigning Rookie of the Year. He's special, and we all know how we feel about Paul George. So in that respect, I'm excited because I know what they can do, and I'm more excited by the fact that they're choosing to participate because there's an onus and an obligation that they feel to the game of basketball in that regard, and I applaud them. It's just that I wanted to see some of the bigger names. I mean, if Russell Westbrook was healthy, I'd want to see him in it. I definitely want to see LeBron in it. Obviously, you look at a lot of other names throughout the league, you kind of fantasize about them being in it, and the fact that they're not, it's just, again, there's something, when you see these guys in it, it speaks to who's not participating as well. Before, I would defend LeBron to the core on the slam dunk contest participation or lack thereof, because I'm like, why should he go against no names? But now that you've got guys, one being an all-star, and you got young guns that are participating in and feeling that sense of an obligation, it makes me disappointed in LeBron and others who choose not to participate.
I'm glad you reminded me that LeBron's not doing the dunk contest.
I'm glad you did.
What are we up to? His 11th year in the NBA? 4 MVPs, 2 rings, 0 dunk contest. Really? Okay, back to the question. I didn't even mean to.
I know. Are you excited, though? Do these names excite you?
Stephen A., I'm a big NBA fan. Yeah. I'm as big a nut as you are. I'm a fan. Given what we have had to sit through for about 3 or 4 years, I was ready to jump up and down yesterday when I heard this. Seriously. We at least have 3 guys who are pretty good basketball players. One of them,
they are.
This guy named Paul George, he's playing up there somewhere in Indiana. I don't know, He's on the verge of superstardom. And he's doing the dunk contest for the 2nd time. Way to go, Paul George. I'm there. I thank you. John Wall, at what is he? Is he 6'2", I guess? He can slam it any way you want to slam it, man. In fact, he put on a dunk contest the other night against my Spurs, and I would have given him first place in the dunk contest for just what he did in the game against the ground-bound San Antonio Spurs.
The ground-bound.
Yeah, right. They don't have any shot blockers, but T.I. no splitter.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Dunk is not.
Yeah, come on. No Duncan. But the point is, Stephen A., Damian Lillard, do I think he's a mad dunker? No, not really, but he can play. He's a legitimately credentialed basketball player who is becoming a star. So I got 3. And last year, remember, we had Terrence Ross, Eric Bledsoe, Jeremy Evans, Kenneth Faried, Gerald Green, and James White.
Who?
Ugh. Really? And we do still have Terrence Ross coming back to defend his title, so that's nice. We have Harrison Barnes, who's becoming a pretty good player in this league, and Ben McLemore has a chance. Right. So I'm excited. Yeah. I like it. Okay. But it's by default.
The last dunk contest, you were excited. Last one.
Hello.
Do you remember when you were excited?
No. I mean, Blake's was interesting.
Right, that was the
Blake,
last
but it was
one.
Blake against nobody, like Blake against nobody. Yeah. Right. Go ahead, Stephen.
Go ahead, Stephen.
I just want to say that, again, maybe I'll get excited as we approach All-Star Weekend. It's just that what we've been witnessing in previous years has been such a disappointment that, you just want to make sure that you go there and you see something worth talking about, to be quite honest with you. And that's where I'm at.
Stephen A., bottom line, is there a 1,000,000,000 to 1 shot that LeBron James looks at this list and finally says, you know what, it's good enough, I'm going to participate? Is there any way?
I guess there's $1 billion to one, but LeBron, in his own way, LeBron seems to be the NCAA for crying out loud. He doesn't care what you're saying about him as long as you're talking about him. He's fine, you know. And I'm not saying that to knock him. It just that's just how it appears to be. In the end, he's the greatest player in the world. He's a 2-time champion. He has absolutely, positively nothing to prove. But at the same time, All-Star Weekend, when the fans pick you and what have you, I mean, again, in 11 years, you've never participated. Any guy that's been a dunker in the game of basketball in this league has felt compelled at least once to participate, but he certainly seems hell-bent on being a contrarian more than anything else. So that's his prerogative.
Well said.